Okay, so I wanted to hop on here and talk a little bit about communication skills because today I spoke with a group of students at a local high school, and the topic was on communication. And you guys, I'm a talker. That's kind of my jam. And so I don't ever really think about it. But when I talked to a lot of these students, it was really interesting, the things that we discussed that they were struggling with. And so anyway, I just thought I'd go right into it. Was talking to them, and I told them that, I looked up the statistics. I got it right this time. I knew it was way up in their 90s, but I didn't know how much. 93% of our communication is nonverbal. 93%. So 7% is what you say. 38% is the tone you use. And 55% is your body language. So when we first, got there, we everybody got split into groups and had a group of kids, and each one had to introduce themselves to me and shake my hand, look me in the eye, tell me their name, their grade, and what they wanted to learn about communication, where they wanted to get stronger. And you guys, bless them. Kids nowadays are not used to communicating very well verbally, to be honest, or interacting with one another. And I got that feedback from them today, that they don't, like several of them had a really hard time looking you in the eye. Like one of them told me, she said, I can look people I know in the eye, but not people I don't know. And I was like, wow, I didn't realize. I guess I just don't think about it because it's something that I've done for so long. I talk to, I don't know how, dozens of people I don't know a day when I work. But like looking someone in the eye and handshakes, guys, nothing worse than a little wimpy handshake. These kids had great, they really did. I didn't get one wimpy handshake today, thank goodness. But a really nice handshake, and to look someone in the eye and to speak with presence, with your shoulders up, chin up, and state your name. Nice to meet you. That was extremely difficult for some of these kids, and it just broke my heart. And I was talking to them. One of them, her mom called, and she was like, yeah, okay, all right, okay, I love you too, bye. And I said, people can hear a smile over the phone. And y'all can laugh all you want. You're going to do it now. You're going to try it. And it's true. You can hear if someone is smiling over the phone. And it makes a huge difference. Like if I know I'm upset about something, like I had to call my company today for a customer, and I was really upset because she's been due a refund for a while, and it hasn't processed. So I was really upset, and I knew I was upset. And I thought, I do not want to lose my crap on this call. So I slapped a smile on my face and spoke to the lady on the phone and asked for a manager and all of that. And it worked out just fine. But had I allowed myself to stew in that moment and to talk to her like I felt, she would have heard the intensity, how upset I was over the phone. But because I threw a smile on and was like, it's not this woman's fault. I mean, you catch more bees with honey than vinegar? Is that the saying? I think so. So anyway, that's what we talked about. We talked about active listening when you communicate, not just, because there was one girl, bless her, while we were talking, it was a high school student, bless her, she was coloring. I don't know where the crayons came from. I have no idea. There was little sheets with designs on them and crayons. We were talking, and I said, active listening. Do you know what that is? And one of the other girls said, it's not coloring. I'm like, no, it's not coloring while someone is talking to you. Active listening, leaning in and looking at someone and not thinking of your grocery list, but really being in that moment and listening to someone. That is fantastic communication. And people don't just want to be heard or know that they want to be seen. And I don't mean I see you standing there talking to me. I mean, they want to be seen. Like if you're listening to someone, they want to know that you're actually hearing the words and that hearing the feeling and what's coming from them, and not just because that's not good communication either. So you've got, it's two-way. You've got to be a great listener, and then you've got to be able to communicate. Oh, my daughter, bless. This is going to be a lesson. It's so hard to learn. Tone is 38%. With my daughter, it's probably 98%. I keep telling her, it's not what you say to me or your daddy or your brother. It's how you say it. The words were perfect. The words are fine. It's the way you say it that comes across so sarcastic and sassy. I don't know where she gets that. But actually sassy, like ugly. And I'm like, baby, just all you have to do is change your tone, and then there's no issue. So we're struggling with that right now. But anyway, communication is lost on this generation. Oh, sorry, y'all. Lost on this generation, and could use some work, because otherwise 20 years from now, we're going to have this whole group of adults that do not know how to do anything but sit in a conference room and text each other and have to use emojis to understand what the tone is. So anyway, I just thought I'd throw that out there tonight and let you know that if you have teens or tweens, or I don't know, maybe millennials, you might ask them what they're struggling with communication. A lot of these kids, it was eye contact, and what's the other thing that they kept saying was a hard thing? Oh, talking to strangers, knowing how to talk to strangers. So to me, strangers are easy. You're never going to see them again anyway. So might as well use them as practice. Anyway, you guys have a great night.